Good morning, dear community, and welcome again to the House of Jin Shin. Day 25, and the 25s are for regenerating the body. So let's just sit on our hands for a moment. Feel us regenerating the body, allowing for the inhale up the back so that we can exhale and let go completely. 25s are like jogging on the inside, so even if you don't have time to do your exercise, or if you can't get outside today, then sitting on your hands is the perfect thing to do. Today I wanted to share with you what my teacher Philomena calls the halo flow, and you'll find out why. It's also called the umbilicus flow, the self-help umbilicus flow. It's one of my favorite flows because it's very nurturing, and as we have all these parts inside of us, we have our inner child, and we have the adult, and we have the parent. This one really nurtures the inner child, and I think that a lot of us today feel this inner child coming out in different ways. Maybe it's your rebellious child coming out, or some anger, or some other emotion, some fear. And this flow really harmonizes and nurtures this inner child. So I thought it would be a good flow to share with you today. We're still seeing all our 25s in the meanwhile, regenerating our body, getting this little inside jog going. Okay, now place your left hand over your right shoulder, SEL 11. This actually feels very good too. This is part of the supervisor flow, 11 and 25. So I was just going to get into the umbilicus flow, but this feels good, so I'm staying here for another moment. And this is really how I would like you to develop your own routine, what works for you, and it may change from day to day. And there is no right and wrong. I'm just really presenting you with different flows and options, but you really figure out what feels good for you. And I just wanted to address yesterday a question that somebody had, and she said it's not, the flow is not comfortable for her, and I just want to reiterate that it's very important to make yourself comfortable. So do these flows lying down, use the back of your hand, use sometimes I put my fist in the 23, like my knuckles like this. So make sure that you are comfortable, because then the energy will flow for you in your body. All right, so now we're going to go into this halo flow. So your left hand is on the right 11, and the right hand goes to the left 12. You can place your whole hand. Maybe your fingertips are more lateral and your palm is more medial. Or you can pull out and move your fingertips closer to the spine. See what works for you. If more comfortable, you can also place your right hand over like this on the 12. So whatever feels comfortable for you, like this or like this. You'll see why this flow becomes a halo, because of the spot where we're going here. But for now, we're holding 11 and 12, harmonizing the hip line and the waistline. 11 helps to clear the hip line, and 12 helps to clear the waistline. And they're opposite to each other, so you're bringing in this mediator aspect of the energy moving back and forth from right to left and left to right. So this is already very comforting hold. It is kind of that you're hugging yourself if you're holding it this way. In this way you're more open. And if you're lying back, this is probably more comfortable for you. Now place your right hand on the opposite 20, opposite to the 11. So from the 12, from the left 12, you go to the left SEL 20. 20 helps to clear the mind. And clarity is a wonderful thing because, as toxins accumulate, sometimes our minds get blurry or we get a mind freeze, and the 20s are really helpful for that. So again, make sure that your right arm is resting, that you're not having to hold it up. So find a place comfortable for you. And see if you can really get on the bullseye of this 20 here. Playing with finding the exact spot. Even though it can be everywhere, you can really also place your palm. I really like to get on the bullseye of it. And you'll feel it, will feel very powerful to you. And then place your right hand on the right 12, right SEL 12. So you see the form of the halo going around the head, the halo flow. You can see if you can hook your fingers right into the 12 without pressing or forcing. Hold it a little bit firmer, see if that feels good to you. I happen to always do this side, but just for the exercise, let's do the other side as well. And people ask me, do you practice one side or both sides? And you can practice one or both sides. If you do one side, it will automatically help the other side as well. So if you have the time, you can do both sides if it feels right for you. Alright, so the other side, we're going to place the right hand on the left shoulder, left 11, and your left hand on the right 12. And now you can feel which side actually is a little bit more congested, this side or the other side. And that's just something to take a note of. Feel the pulsation come up into your fingertips, and that means the energy is spiraling all the way to core and back out to surface. So meaning literally to the center of the body, to the deepest part, to the skeleton, and back out to the skin surface. And also imagine that the energy spiraling is not just limited to our body. It also connects us to source energy. So where we are a microcosm of the macrocosm, it also spirals as the energy is harmonizing, spirals in that way, connecting us back to source and into rhythm with universal energy. That's when you feel this nice pulsation come up into your fingertips, a nice even pulse. Now place your left hand on the right 20. I love this flow. I do this flow almost every day on myself. It's also nice to do it in bed when you are lying on your side, because it's very natural to hold your shoulders in that way. So see if you can practice it when you're lying in bed. Very calming for the mind. Mental clarity, calming the mind, very nurturing. This is the umbilicus flow, and the age is 0 to 3. And if you think about it, we are connected through the umbilical cord to your mother, to Mother Earth. So it's really a lovely flow. And then place your left hand on the left 12. Very nice. Now let's hold SEL 5 and 16 on both sides. So you sandwich your ankles like this. 5 and 16 is also called the pain flow. So when you're holding it after you're practicing the umbilicus flow, it will bring the energy down to the feet. So that's always a nice place to end. 5 and 16. 5 and 16 also helps the smooth movement in the body. Helps any kind of pain. Helps to release our natural aspirin and painkiller. And then let's hold our 6s for balance and finding our balance and our grounding ourselves for the day. If you move your thumb in there, that should feel really good on the 6, SEL 6. And then the 7s, the pad of the toe, here clearing from head to toe. You can go on the pad or you can go right into the tip where the exhale becomes the inhale. 7 gets us out of our head. It's also called the perfect life power or stillness. And stillness because there is a moment of space between the exhale and the inhale. Take one more nice deep breath here. Very nice. Wonderful. Well, place your hands together, and tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow we are at Jin Shin Institute with Lola, and we're going to talk about breathing. So please send in if you have any specific questions, any more specific than breathing, because we all need our lungs to be healthy and stay healthy. And so we will discuss about that and what can get in the way of our lungs becoming healthy and how we can look at it and how we can approach this project. So we'll have a lot of fun with that tomorrow, also with Lola. And I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you for being with us at the House of Jin Shin, and we'll see you all tomorrow.